Hello everybody and welcome back to Immediate Meteorology. In this video we will be talking about a massive polar vortex takeover coming for much of the US. So here we have the 6 to 10 day temperature probability outlook. We can see that a lot of the US, especially the central US, is below normal temperatures, and not just average below normal, but very low temperatures all the way down to 90 and 80, especially there for Iowa, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Nebraska. And it's even stretching down into some portions of Florida and then far west into some portions of Northern California. We do have some warmer temperatures there for Arizona and much of the Southwest, so they won't really be quote unquote participating in this cool down. Same goes with southern Florida. The southern ridge is going to be trying to get up there and give some warmer air to places like southern Florida and the coastal regions. So we'll have to see how that turns out. But this is the outlook for now. Now here's our 8 to 14 day temperature probability outlook. I usually like to use the 6 to 10 day, but I can sometimes infer from this one. It's not as below normal as the other one is saying. We also have it more eastward into places like New England and the Mid-Atlantic, and not, like I said, not as cold into the below normal 90s, 80s, etc. So here we have today's maximum temperature outlook, so the highs for wherever you are today. So we can see a lot of the highs, especially in this region right here, are either below 10 degrees or below 0, which is very, very cold, obviously. But for places like this, they see it around this time of winter. But the fact that soon it will be moving southeast, even into portions of Texas, and maybe even a bit into Mexico, there is something that we're definitely going to need to watch out for, because it's something that isn't obviously very common, especially for southern places like that. So as we go on, here we have the day 2 maximum temperature. Not too much has changed, just a bit has stretched into the northeast right here. And it's stretched a bit south in this region, especially for Kansas. But besides that, nothing much has changed. And as we skip through a couple of days, here is day 7 maximum temperature. This is for Saturday, February 13th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We have a lot of the cold air stretching down south, especially more into Texas, especially in northern portion of Texas, right below the panhandle of Oklahoma. And then as we move through, it just gets even more hectic. So here is the average temperature. The one you saw before were just the highs. So here is the temperature currently as the making of this video. We have very cold temperatures here for Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, etc. In the negatives, all the way down to like negative 24, negative 26, even over there. So very, very cold temperatures, even still in this whole region right here because of this polar vortex. And as we go through, here's this is for Monday, tomorrow, and we do have some cold air going down into places like Tennessee and North Carolina, and a bit more into Colorado, but that's not too surprising. They usually have a lot of cold mountain temperatures over there. Texas still in the 50s and 40s. A little portion there, 35. There's a little bit of cold reaching down, but besides that. And then we have portions of the southeast right here with also pretty cold weather in the 30s, upper 30s, lower 40s, and even in places like I said, North Carolina, Tennessee, below, at or below freezing, which is very cold. And we still have that small southern ridge down here in Florida trying to break through. Then here is Tuesday. It sort of backs off a bit, especially in the southeast region and this general area. We still do have some cold air sticking around for the Appalachian Mountains. But you can see that the 30s are now starting to come in right here for Texas, and you'll see that develop on as we go through. So here is when it starts to get pretty crazy. So we have these average temperatures of lower 30s to upper 20s and even into the teens right here for basically the northern half of Texas from Dallas to north. And with the southeast ridge, it does start to come in a bit more. You can sort of make out a line right here of where it's trying to where it's trying to go. Sorry. So yeah, we have temperatures in the upper 50s, lower 60s here in Florida, even reaching up in Miami to the lower 70s. So that ridge does try to come through. Places in this general region right here could see some a little bit above normal temperatures during this cool down, but they still will experience some parts of the cool down. As we go through now, this is next Saturday, so in a little less than a week from now, we have it dipping down more south into southern Texas, with northern Texas having their average temperatures at 5 degrees, 7 degrees, sorry if I'm writing over that, even in Oklahoma, 6 degrees, all of that. And then if we go back up to the north, we have it in the negative 30s, in the negative 10s, all of that. So this is a very massive polar vortex that's taking over much of the south. Even in places like Alabama and Mississippi, you guys are in the teens and the 20s. And then we still have the slight southeast ridge right here. And as we go through, let's go ahead and go to the next one. Here it is. It goes even more south, so it just keeps stretching on south. We even have temperatures in the negatives for places like Oklahoma. We have -1, -5, -11, etc. The southern ridge starts to back off here, and the cold air starts to take over for the southeast. Even places like Mississippi and Alabama getting their temperatures in the teens, as well as southern Texas. And like I said, even reaching into Mexico, they're having some very cold temperatures in the upper 20s and lower 30s. So this is a very massive cool down. We go ahead and go through a bit more. And the southern ridge is basically gone now. It's just in Florida like usual. Now we have places like South Carolina, North Carolina in the teens. Southern Georgia is still sticking around in the 40s. But as you can see here, this whole line that I'm drawing right now is this whole massive polar vortex that is taking over the USA as well as Canada. So this whole region here is basically the polar vortex, giving temperatures in the negatives, in the teens, in the below freezing, basically. So here's the next part, still in the teens and 20s for southern Texas, as well as the southeast. And temperatures are getting just a little bit, like a couple degrees warmer for this portion up here where it really started. And if we move through a bit more, this is really when it starts to back off. You can see temperatures rising up into the upper 30s down here for southern Texas, and the southeastern ridge starts to build up more, and even up into the lower 80s and upper 70s for southern Florida there for the Miami area. North Carolina and the Mid-Atlantic still in the 20s. The cold air sticks around a bit right here, but the cold air in this general area starts to back off, and northern areas start to get their temperatures in the positive digits again. Now we can move on to the next one. This is next Wednesday. This is also when it starts to back off. You can see we have some warm air there for North Carolina and the warm southeast ridge for Florida. Still definitely cold air in this general area, but nothing much else. And like I said, it starts to back off. It starts to move a bit towards the northeast. You can see this cold group right here. And then over here for the plains, it starts to warm up a bit. It won't be as much cold anymore. We still have that warm air, like I said earlier in the video, for the southwest. And as we move on a bit more, it really starts to just like go away, and it starts to move northward back from where it came from. Texas getting their warmer temperatures now, as well as parts of the southeast and central U.S. And as we go through, let me just go ahead and erase these. That's about it for the video. So I thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video. And yeah, this was a coverage on a massive polar vortex that's coming. I did upload yesterday and today, like I said I would. My next upload will most likely be Wednesday, if not the next weekend. So I'll try to keep you guys updated. So with that said, I thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.